I just make the music the way that I want to do it, and just hope that it has the life that it deserves.
Right.
You know.
Right. Hey guys, Booker and Stryker, we welcome our guest, Kevin Parker. He is Tame Impala. Welcome and good morning.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
I feel so overly dressed right now. You look so great in what you've got on.
No,
I'm wearing
thanks.
these boots like I'm about to stomp on roaches or something.
I just love flip-flops.
You-
My like default footwear.
Yeah.
So
Oh, is it
unless
really?
it's too cold, I just wear flip-flops.
When you had the surprise DJ set the other night in Los Angeles, this was just like 2 nights ago, very cool. Did you wear flip-flops or did you wear shoes?
I did. I wore flip-flops. See, that's one of the good things about calling your album Deadbeat is that you get to just wear flip-flops all the time.
Yeah.
And that's you being in character.
It's fantastic. I mean, you've got multiple meanings, deadbeat. And by the way,
Yeah.
I'm shocked no one's thought of that before. Like deadbeat.
That title for
with
someone?
beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of works, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it
I was
totally
shocked
works.
too.
Yeah, very shocked.
Yeah.
What did you learn first growing up in Australia? Like, what was your go-to instrument?
I started playing drums.
Really?
When
Okay.
Yes. I got lessons when I was about 11. My brother was also learning drums, so I just decided I was going to do that too.
And was it...
I actually wanted to play guitar because I was going to play along with him, but I went to get lessons. I just decided I liked drums, so yeah.
When you took lessons, were they teaching you rock songs? Were they teaching you classic rock? Was it pop? Was it just like classical drumming?
It was like a little sort of like school of rock in Perth, in the city that I'm from. And so they teach you rock songs. They during the week you do your lesson. They teach you how to play a song. And then on Saturday morning they put you in a band and you play that song with a bunch of other kids who have learnt. So the first song I learnt was Are You Gonna Go My Way by Lenny Kravitz.
Nice.
Yes.
I'd never heard the song before. I didn't even know what I was playing. I knew the whole song, start to finish.
If you watch that video, though, you'll be inspired to drum because it's that woman drums in it. She's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, crazy drummer.
Yeah, so that was
You're
how I started.
Prince-like, where, produced everything himself,
Sure.
played all the instruments himself. Are you the same way when it comes to your albums and your music, where you don't replicate yourself? Meaning, do you have to trash a lot of things because you've said, I've been here before?
I'm not sure what you mean. I'm sorry.
When you make something, if you ever repeat, like if you felt like you were repeating yourself, did you have to say, I'm trashing this, I've done this before?
I usually just go off feel, like what feels exciting to do, what feels like being inspired to do, like if I'm doing something and I'm just sort of not excited by it, I'm not getting a bit of a rush of like, oh my God, this could be something great. If I'm not getting that feeling,
It's gone.
we're done here, Or it's not that we're done here. It'll be less likely that I open up that song tomorrow and work on it. It'll get left behind,
Over the years, I've been such a huge fan of The Living End from Australia, and I know it's a
Cool.
huge place. I love Silverchair. I love In
Silverchair.
Excess. Growing up in Australia, what were your early goals? Was it to get to the U.S. or like what were you thinking there?
It was to be Silverchair, basically.
Is that right?
Yeah, because Silverchair were this other, they were with this band of older kids, basically, because I was like 11 or 12 and they were about 15 or 16 when they started. And I just remember thinking, like, I've got 4 years to get there. They're only 4 years
Because
ahead of
Daniel
me.
Johns was like 16 or 17.
Yeah, they all were. They all
Yeah.
were.
Did you ever meet the guys?
Did I meet them?
Meet them,
I
yeah.
thought you said beat them. I'm sorry. I've met Daniel.
You have met
Yeah,
Daniel.
a couple of times. Yeah. He's really sweet.
What's it like meeting someone like that you grew up like, dude, I wanted to be you. I put a timer on my career because of you.
Well, we
you
met
tell
in
him?
like a bar. It's like a club. It was like an after party for this festival in Australia. It was super loud, and I remember wanting to say all that stuff, and it was just too loud. So I was just sort of like shouting the abbreviated version of that at him. You know when you're talking to people in a club, you like scream into their ear.
Yeah.
It was like me telling him how much he inspired me, like shouting into his ear.
Are you someone that puts together songs pretty fast? I know it's been like 4 or 5 years since the previous, but how fast or how long did this one take to put together for you, Kevin?
This one, well, I only started working on it a little over a year ago.
Wow.
So like my goal with this one at the start was that I wanted it to be an album that was put together really quickly, and I wanted it to sound like it was put together quickly. You know, just because, you know, I have this habit of like just wanting to do the opposite of what I did last time or times before. And like with me, you know, just as I've done it over and over, I've gotten more and more considered with the music that I make. I'm just sort of like, don't want to make a wrong step, you know. So I take my time basically. And with this one, I just wanted to do the opposite, just like no looking back, you know.
Yeah.
just to make it quickly, because some of my favorite music was made quickly, you know. And I think that music that is made without the time to sort of question parts of it is often the music that's the most magical, you know.
You've been at this for quite some time, and Stryker and I have probably interviewed everybody under the planet. We've never met you before, hence you not doing a lot of this stuff.
Sure.
So why now? Is it because you have a song that is so, I don't know, is it maybe the most commercial song that you've done? Does someone tell you it's a commercial song? How does that all work?
I don't know. I guess, I just wait for people to tell me where I'm going and what my I mean, yeah, someone told me the song was doing well on the charts, so you know. But I don't keep up with a lot of that stuff, you know, just sort of myself. So it's
Is it interesting when you're like, oh, that song, really?
Of course, yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, like Dracula was always meant to be like a single.
Dracula.
In fact, that was one of the ones that I'd sort of like, you know, I sort of chopped it up and worked on it a lot to get it to just this sort of like really succinct pop thing. I didn't want it to be a 5-minute song, you know. I just make the music the way that I want to do it, and just hope that it has the life that it deserves, you know.
Right.
I feel like, and your songs are timeless, whether it's Elephant, The Less I Know the Better, whether it's Dracula, and I can't wait to hear all of the songs on the new record. You're one of those artists who really is huge, whether radio's playing you or not.
Yeah.
And you've built up such credibility with such an awesome fan base around the world. I'm just curious, though, if you get excited if you hear your own music on the radio, or like you're streaming the radio app at iHeartRadio and you hear yourself.
Of course, yeah, of course I get excited.
Okay, good, cool.
I feel like I'm speaking like the mother of children. You know, when I hear my songs out in the world, I'm just so proud. You know, I was in this like limousine from the '80s the other day. Another story entirely. But I was sitting in the
limousine from the '80s. Okay, got it.
I don't know if you've ever been in a limousine from the '80s, but it's quite an experience. It's quite an experience.
Like a long stretch job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this sort of like red velvet sort of, and like the radio was still working. You still got, you know. And I was in the front seat. I wasn't even in the back. And being in the front of a limo is even more of an experience because it's like, you know, usually I'm in the back. And I was like, just changed the radio, and Dracula was on. And we were like in LA. Unfortunately, I was stuck in a parking lot. We weren't driving down Sunset Boulevard or anything. But Dracula was on, and it was just such a magic moment, you know. I don't know, just the way the song sounds, and like obviously being in LA and being in a limo. So, you know, it's moments like that just feel really good. It feels like the music has a life.
Yeah.
You know.
I've got just thinking about this red.
I just want to go in a stretched limo right now.
You'll see it. You're gonna see. Okay. Well, yeah, there'll be stuff out there.
Okay,
soon enough.
Good.
But yeah, it's a trip. It's like, you know, it's like you feel like you're in the 80s,
right?
And there's nowhere better to feel like you're in the 80s than Los Angeles,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
Does it inspire you to make some 80s sounds or?
Well, the inspiration was already there.
It was already there.
Yeah.
All right. Have you had any text conversations or DMs with Andre 3000 and Big Boy from Outkast, and could you be making some music with them? Let's get it.
Unfortunately, no. He's Andre 3000's an even more mysterious person than me.
Yeah.
Apparently. So, yeah.
But there was that clip going around.
We're both pretty reclusive, so okay. I think that would be quite a stretch for us both to meet each other. You know, to meet in the middle.
Do you itch or yearn to be back out on the road and touring? Is it something where you're a dad, you got a couple of kids, you're like, get me out of this house? Is it different now for you?
It's different, but my love of touring hasn't changed in that way.
No.
Like, obviously, like, it'll be a bit harder, like, making it work, whether they're not coming or whether they're going to come for a bit. But like, we haven't toured in like 2 years, over 2 years now. So I am itching to do it. It's like I didn't used to love touring. It used to be very sort of like just confusing and overwhelming for me. But once I started to love it, then it just became something that was just, this deep yearning in my heart.
What was it that confused you about touring or the live shows?
Well, I mean, the way that I see it is that I spent like, the 5-7 years before we started touring, basically in a share house on the couch, smoking pot, making music, and sort of playing the occasional gig at local pubs and stuff. And then like touring happened, and it was like that. It was like that kind of whirlwind that you can imagine. And for someone as sort of like, socially kind of behind as me, it was just a lot, It was sort of like suddenly I was at like, all the things, the actual shows themselves were, which is one part of it, which is one part of the intense experiences,
And sometimes it's not that glamorous. I'm thinking back, I want to say it was Coachella. It was one of the dustiest nights in the world. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I mean, they're all dusty, but yeah.
But no, one was really like a dust bowl during his set, and it was
a dust storm.
Yeah,
I mean, they have a dust storm like every year, but I do know the one you're talking about.
Is that the worst conditions, or are there conditions that just blow that out of the water?
To be honest, I love a bit of chaos.
You do?
Yeah, like our bass guitar blew over off its stand like a few minutes before that set and broke. The headstock broke off, so we had to borrow a bass guitar off Dinosaur Jr.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Feel the pain.
So I think Nick's playing a different bass in that YouTube. But honestly, like whether it's like rain or as long as it doesn't stop the show.
Yeah.
Things like that when they just shake it up a bit, because they just sort of they make it fun. Not that it's not already fun, but they just sort of like add this this dimension of let's just do what we can. Let's try and put a show on.
Okay.
Like the expectation for it to be perfect at that point is gone. Now we're playing a show in a dust storm. Okay.
What's next?
Okay, let's see what we can do.
If someone was beamed down from Mars right now, it could happen. What are your top 3 Tame Impala albums you would want to give to this person that you think represents you in 2025?
Well, there are only 5, so basically he's asking me to leave out 2.
Yeah, that's exactly. I want 60% of them.
Which 2 stink to you?
No, not stink.
dear.
Not stink. We got lonerism.
I can't answer that question.
You can't.
I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna.
I'm
It's like you're gonna
sorry.
pass. All right, that's fine.
Then let's seg into the future because we don't have the new album. What did you do differently on this album that you've never done before?
That's a great question.
Finally.
What did I... No, they've all been good.
I'm 1 for 12 so far, folks.
What did I do differently? I mean, there's no sort of like just one thing that was completely different. I think it was just like a different approach, I just had a different way of working, you know what? I worked with a sound engineer, like a producer for a bit. As I did some sessions in New York with a friend of mine who's like a whiz at recording. So I've never really recorded with someone before. It was like with a tape machine, this sort of incredible analog gear. So that was a trip. It was a trip.
Just to follow up on that just a little bit, are you one of those people that could walk into, I don't know, a Guitar Center or whatever instrument place? Are you into different things like, what does that pedal do? I'd like to try something with this and that. Do you goof around with things like that?
Yeah, of course. That's goofing around is a large
Do you
portion of the time of me in the
but
studio.
when you
He's
go
the
in-
inventor of an instrument, of
Well,
course.
there you go.
Yes.
But
It's true.
But when you go in and you see something, are you like or maybe like a pedal hoarder, or let me have that one, let me have that one. I want to take it back and I want to play with it. Like, are you that kind of guy?
I've suppressed my like obsession for collecting pedals a bit
Okay.
these days. I used to be sort of just but I think I kind of maxed out on pedals a few years ago. And they but yeah, of course. I mean, like as I said, me being in the studio is like a large part of it is just messing around with like different objects. If you see a photo of my studio, like me in the studio, you'll understand. You know, it's just like it's a mess. It's a beautiful mess.
I really want to go back to the Mars question and the someone beam down from here, but I'm not going to.
Oh, thank God.
I'm not going
go
to.
for it.
No. What movies, Kevin, have you seen more than 10 times? Is there one out there?
I don't know. The Matrix.
Okay. All right. You like that soundtrack?
It's definitely a Matrix.
Batman Begins.
Yes,
I don't know,
all right.
One of the Christopher Nolan. We have this running joke in the band, which is that when we get on the airplane, we just immediately put on like one of the Batman trilogies, the Christopher
nice.
Nolan ones.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's like it's a complete joke at this point, but it's true. Like if we're ever on a plane or on the tour bus,
Yeah.
So well, Batman Rises is coming. The Dark Knight Rises is coming on. Yeah,
There's nothing better than Heath Ledger hanging out of the side of that.
Yeah.
they're incredible
It's
movies.
my favorite. Scene
They're
ever.
incredible.
The timing of this, the energy.
Yeah.
I think we should quit while we're not ahead, but we're almost there. The new album,
please. I'm
Deadbeat.
just getting comfortable.
Oh, are
Yeah,
you just
look at
getting
it. He's
comfortable
like,
now?
Can someone
we've
get my
settled in
coffee?
for a half an hour.
When you are in Los Angeles, what feels comfortable to you about this city? And are there any restaurants that you're like, yeah, I'd like to go there, or I love this particular music venue?
I like LA because you can live the life that you want. If you want to, if you want to be awake all night and like do your grocery shopping at 4 a.m, you can do that. If you want to just stay at home all day, you can do that. If you want to live the hectic Los Angeles lifestyle, like LA Hollywood lifestyle, you can do that. It's like everyone's lifestyle is respected.
Are you more comfortable in your skin, say, here than you would be on the East Coast in New York?
I also love New York.
Okay,
I love the sort of the lane that New York puts you into. You just like, I feel like my brain runs at sort of 1.5 times the speed when I'm in New York, which is a trip. But LA, it's kind of like your brain runs the speed that you want it to run at.
Yeah.
When you're going out and you're not working when you're in LA, do you get noticed quite a bit? Or are you pretty...
Yeah, sure, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hard to predict, yeah, sure, sometimes.
Is that annoying if someone wants to take a picture with... No.
Not
Okay.
at all. I'm never, ever annoyed by that. Never, ever.
Well, he's Australian.
Yeah.
You're all very
With no
polite.
shoes on.
And he has no shoes
Yes.
on. That just says everything right there.
I mean, to be honest, like, if it happens a lot over and over, it can get... If it starts stopping you from what you're trying to do, then it can get sort of like, I guess, annoying.
Yeah.
But like, someone stopping you every now and then, it's like, it's nice, because it's like, it's nice for them. I don't know.
Go-to junk food in LA. Like if it's, is it a burger place? Is it our great tacos? What are you digging on?
I don't know. Junk food. I don't know.
Well, you just mentioned our delicacies to me.
Well,
Hamburgers.
true. He lives at 7-Eleven. He could get his dinner there.
I don't know. In-N-Out Burger.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Is that even junk food? It's so classy.
No. Hand leaf lettuce. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yep, I love it. Thanks for all the great times you've created for us with the live shows, all the music, how you stick to your guns. Thanks for sharing so much about the album. You made it in a fast sort of way, and we really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, and you're a delightful guy.
Oh, thanks, guys. You're delightful
like I said,
too.
we've met everybody, and then you're sort of an enigma to us. Then you walk in, flip-flops on like I'm just the most normal guy in the world. We're like, oh, great. It's awesome. So it was very nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice
Thank you for your
meeting
Thanks,
you.
time.
guys. Appreciate it.
You
Good
got
luck
it.
with
Thanks for
the
having me.
album.
Yep.
Thank you.